The city was hoping to avoid last-minute scrambling for temporary winter shelters by building the Connections housing project. But the City Council's Land Use and Housing Committee met this week to look at a contingency plan, just in case Connections isn't finished on time. Joining me to look at that plan is City Council member Todd Gloria, a member of the committee, and Peter Callstrom. He is with the San Diego County Regional Task Force on the Homeless. Thank you both for being here. Thank you. Councilmember Gloria, let's start with what is the holdup right now with Connections?
Well, there's really no holdup. What they have is a year-long construction plan to adaptively reuse a historic building previously owned by the city to turn it into a homeless facility. And they started construction on December 1st of last year, which means, according to their plans, they'll open on December 1st of this year. But as we know, the winter shelter typically opens the week of Thanksgiving, so we're already missing a few key critical days, and it may be because construction is so uncertain that we might bleed over. And so we want to have a plan in place to make sure that we don't miss a beat and that we do serve some of our most vulnerable citizens at the worst time of the year.
Didn't City Council then know this going into this year, that you'd have to come up with some backup plan if it's not supposed to be finished till December?
Well, you may have seen the committee action yesterday, but the fact of the matter is we've been working on this for some time to identify the funding, to come up with the contingency plan, to take all the necessary documents and notifications. So we've been aware of this for some time and been working on it. And the first step was what you saw yesterday in terms of the public hearing. You'll see future City Council hearings, again, if necessary. But we believe it may be necessary.
Now, Peter, every year you're involved in the homeless count. Tell us this past year what you learned in that count.
Right. Every year in late January, we conduct what's called the annual point-in-time count. So we assess unsheltered as well as sheltered homelessness throughout the county. In January's count, we assessed approximately 9,641 people between both unsheltered and sheltered, with about 55% of those being on the street. It certainly doesn't account for everybody, but it's the best barometer that we have of how many people are homeless. And in downtown, it's approximately 1,000 people who are living on the street.
So, Councilmember Gloria, we know that when Connections is built, it's not going to be big enough. It's 134 beds for interim housing, 16 special needs, 73 for permanent housing. What do you do with everybody else?
Well, the difference in this is that it's a year-round presence, and my concern all along has been that with the winter tent system, that we seemingly only care for the homeless for 16 weeks in the wintertime, and we can do better than that. What we're going to now have is a 52-week-a-year operation that is admittedly fewer beds, but is open 365 days a year. And so my hope is that you bring people in, connect them to the services that they need, give them a place to sleep, and get them out of the cycle of homelessness to free up that bed so the next person can come in. It's a whole new strategy and approach for our city. It's cutting edge, and it's something that I think will work successfully, and when it does, that we'll replicate it throughout the community in other places other than downtown where we know we have homeless problems. So this is a first step, but I think it'll be a successful one.
Mm-hmm. Peter, we've talked about Project 25 in the past. That's another sort of multidisciplinary project to get people off the street.
Folks who are the most chronically homeless. And it's actually about 35 people that they're serving. They just didn't reprint the stationery. But they're serving even more people. It's addressing those who are costing the system the most because of high medical costs and so many other public service issues.
I did some stories early on in this project, and part of the struggle was convincing people to get off the street, to sort of say, no, we can help you, and establish that trust. Do you think with Connections, it's sort of the same idea? Are you going to run into that too?
Well, that's a great point, and I think it's not so much convincing as providing the holistic support that's necessary to help people who have pretty complex issues that are getting them to where they are, because it can be mental health, addiction, and then rampant medical issues. So we found in our point-in-time count process, because we interview up to 1,000 people who are living literally on the street or in their cars or a hand-built structure, we ask them, do you want to be on the street? Where do you want to be? I mean, we really get at that. A very small percentage say they want to be on the street, but you look at that population and mental illness is quite high. So we don't think people, I think the evidence has proven people don't want to live on the street, but when you're stuck there, you don't see any hope. You know, it's a helpless situation for many. But the great thing about Connections housing and models like this is it provides the full one-stop shop. It's dealing with employment issues and health issues and identification and getting people back up on their feet, getting them a bed, but then providing the support thereafter so that they can literally end their homelessness. This isn't about just treating it for a period of time, cleaning somebody up. It's about getting people the supports necessary to end homelessness, and this is happening.
And if I can, the consistency I think is really key in this. For the 16 weeks that we have the winter tent, the winter tent serves about 200 people a night, but over that course of the 16 weeks, we see over 1,000 people, which shows that when you have a consistent presence with services and other amenities, you can get people off the street. So think about what we can do for a year-long presence. I think it's going to be revolutionary. It will truly help. And then when it's proven successful, other communities, like say the San Diego River Valley, where we have many people who stay, and the uptown communities, the beach communities, that we can replicate this and take care of the problem there as well.
We don't have a lot of time left, but this year, unlike past years, there is not going to be a fight over where this tent goes. How come?
Well, I think that we have seen that empirically this works, and when it's placed in a community, you actually see the benefits for the surrounding community. And I give a lot of credit to my colleague, Councilmember David Alvarez, who is a gentleman, a good guy, and acknowledges that 16th and Newton, which is on the edge of our two council districts, is an appropriate place. It's on his side of the fence, and he's welcoming it in. I think every San Diegan should say thank you to him, because it saves a lot of drama and means we can help even more people faster.
Thank you both for being here.
Thank you, Joanne.
Thank you.